All right, this is the weekly review video. This is the introduction and classroom procedures. So in all of these videos, there will be codes. In the weekly review video, there will be two codes. One will be written, one will be a written code on the screen, and the other will be verbal, said by myself at some point during the video. Each code will be 3 numbers. Now you will need all the codes in order to move on with the homework assignment. So here are some note-taking instructions. So the following slides will be what you learned in the previous weeks. So write what is in green. Now you also have the Google Slides to accompany this, but everything written in green should be in your notebook. You will need this for the notebook checks. So here is some practice for the weekly review video. So the weekly review video, this is the written code. I would recommend writing this down somewhere. So the written code is 189. The written code is 189. Now you will be looking for the verbal code at some point during this video. So what do you need for this class? So this is what we're going to go over. Let's take a look at the classroom procedure. So we'll go over materials, bathroom procedures, attendance, phones and headphones, classroom setup, grading, homework, labs and class activities, notebook, quizzes, and late work. So what do you need for this class? So you will need the following items by this Monday, right? So this is what you will need for this class almost every day. So you'll need a notebook. So it says 70 pages minimum. That's like the smallest notebook that you can get. It's the cheapest one that you can find at any grocery store or like a CVS. A calculator. So you should have a calculator. Maybe just a simple 4-function one, or even the TI-30X, like the small scientific one. Those are like $10 at Walmart. That's going to be a good one. Now, a lot of the questions that I have can be done on like in your head or on a scratch sheet of paper, but you'll need a calculator at some point. You cannot use your phone as a calculator like you can throughout the week, but on quizzes, you cannot use that. Pen or a pencil, so something to write with, a charged Chromebook, so make sure you bring that charger. So for the bathroom, use the bathrooms in X hallway only. If that one is locked, use the bathroom at the end of A hallway. Do not ask to go before the bell rings. Do not ask to go in the first 10 minutes of class or the last 10 minutes of class. It is important that we start this class on time and finish strong. So don't ask while I'm talking, right? Only one out to the bathroom at a time. So take the bathroom pass. That's the clipboard by the door. There'll be a little orange pass on it for that day. Put the phone in the clear bin on Mr. Cardozo's desk. So this is to avoid students spending all the time in the bathroom on their phone. So nobody will touch it. Mr. Cardozo won't touch it or look at it. It'll be sealed in that container. So this is a privilege. It can be lost if abused. So make sure you are respectful about that. Attendance. So in order to be counted as present, you must be in your seat and completed the opening moves of that bell work within the first 3 minutes of class. When the bell rings, the door is closed and locked. Get a pocket tracker if you are late. If you need to use the bathroom in the first 10 minutes of class or the last 10 minutes of class and you think it's an emergency, you will have to get a pocket tracker. If you are absent for a day for any reason, you must make up the work that you missed. So all work is digital, so it can be done at home. The labs all have videos that accompany them, so you will be able to do the labs even if you miss class that day. So now phones and headphones. So do not have your phone out while Mr. Cardozo is talking, like while I'm talking, right? It's just a respect thing. I need to make sure that you hear me. Mindlessly scrolling is not allowed. So students do well in this class when they pay attention. Headphones are not allowed in Mr. Cardozo's classroom while he is talking. So while I'm talking, do not have your headphones in. Even if there's nothing in, I don't know that you're paying attention, and there are safety things. Sometimes you need to be able to hear. So while I'm talking, no headphones. I will remind you at the beginning to put your phones and headphones away at the beginning of each period when I'm talking. After that, there will be consequences like calling home or maybe a referral. But for the most part, it's just respect. Like I'll respect you, you respect me. Here's the setup, right? So it's run on a weekly basis. So there's going to be some bell work Monday through Thursday and on some Fridays. Attendance will be taken this way and by a seating chart. So while you all are doing the bell work, I will be doing the seating chart. There will be a homework assignment every week due on Thursday at 3:20. Now, the reason why it's due on Thursday at the end of the day is because we'll have those quizzes every other week. So there should be a short quiz every other Friday, first thing in class. Now, the questions from those quizzes come from the homework. So that's why I have the homeworks due on Thursday, to make sure that you've done and you've practiced the material in time for that quizzes that are on every other Friday. So there'll be a notebook check on the Fridays during the quiz. So while you all are taking the quiz, I'm going to go around and just double check to make sure that you all are have that notebook up to date. There will be at least one lab assignment every week, or classroom activity that will be due at 3:20 on that Friday. We'll go over that a little bit more later. Everything's on Google Classroom. If you're absent, you're expected to finish any assignments that you might have missed. Here is the grade breakdown for ICP. So assignments, so that would be like labs, that'd be notebook checks, that'd be in-class assignments. That's going to be 50% of your grade. The quizzes and tests, that's 35% of your grade, and your final is 15% of your grade. So that is, you can look at this chart and notice that, well, just turning in assignments, that's what's going to help you pass this class. So do your work, you will pass. Homework. So like I said, there are weekly homework assignments that will be assigned on Monday at 8 a.m. and due Thursday at 3:20 p.m. at the very end of the day. You will be able to see your score, what you missed, and correct it. You'll be able to do your homework assignments as many times as you need. The highest score will be taken. So the intent of the homework assignment is to practice for the content for that quiz on those every other Fridays. Most of the questions on the quizzes will be taken from the homework assignment. So all late work will be given a maximum of 75%. So that's a C. That's not bad. So 2 weeks. 2 weeks is that magic number to turn in any late homework. After 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, that opportunity to turn it in is gone. So labs and class activities. So all lab class activities assignments signed on Monday through Wednesday from that week will be due at 3:20 p.m. on that Friday. So I try to keep everything due on Thursday or Friday. The lab and class activities assignments due or assignments on Thursday and Friday will be due at 3:20 p.m. next Friday. So that's just to keep everything, so you don't get confused on when it's going to be due. It's going to be on a Friday. They're all going to be virtual copies, so they're all on Google Classroom. If you miss a lab or classroom activity, for the most part, there will be a video accompanying it, especially the labs, to help you complete it. The labs and those class activities will be graded on quality. Now, the labs that we do, like the ones we go back there and they're actually lab activities, they will be graded quickly. You will be given 2 weeks to change answers to get a better grade. So you are able to correct it if you miss questions on a lab. So the class activities will not be given a chance to correct it. Those are going to be easy ones that we do in class where I'll help you out. So you don't get a chance to correct those. You have 2 weeks to turn in any of those late lab or classroom activities. After 2 weeks, the opportunity to turn it in is gone. So if you turn in a lab late, the opportunity to redo it is gone. So make sure you turn in quality work if you're turning that in late. So 2 weeks, you can see that that's the magic number. Now the notebook, there will be notebook checks in class during the Friday quizzes. So every other Friday we'll do a notebook check. Now you do get to use the notebooks on the quizzes, tests, and final. It benefits you to have a notebook. Like, we're going to go over how to organize that. So I will show you what to put in the notebook on Google Classroom and in class. So on the slides, the text that need to be written in the notebook, they will be highlighted in green. So you don't have to write everything. There's going to be a lot of information on these slides, but only the stuff that's written in green will you need to write. So in order to receive full credit, you must have the up-to-date table of contents, page number, week number, and like the topics written. If you miss a notebook check or do not get full credit, you are able to get full credit on it. There is a Google Forms on Google Classroom to turn it in by taking a photo of that notebook. You have 2 weeks to turn in late or miss notebook check. After 2 weeks, the opportunity to turn it in is gone. But like I said, it benefits you to have that material in your notebook because you do get to use it on quizzes, tests, and the final. And only written notebooks, no digital notebooks. So quizzes, short quiz every other Friday, first thing in class. You will get to use your notebook. Quizzes can be retaken within 2 weeks. So you can retake a quiz, but must be made up on your time. So if you're making up one that's impact, study hall, before or after school in the following 2 weeks, so I will write you a pass for that. If a quiz is missed, it must be made up during impact or a work day the following 2 weeks. You will have 2 weeks to make up a quiz and or correct a quiz. After 2 weeks, the opportunity to turn it in is gone. At the end of the semester, your lowest 2 quizzes will be dropped, so there is a little forgiveness there. So as far as late work, you can see that the 2 weeks is the magic number. So all late work will be given a maximum of 75%. So that's a C. That's not bad. You have 2 weeks to turn in late work. After 2 weeks, the opportunity to turn it in is gone. If you are late on a notebook check, there is a Google Forms on Google Classroom to turn it in. If you turn in a lab late, the opportunity to redo it is gone. So turn in quality work. If a quiz is missed, it must be made up during impact or during a work day. We're all human. We make mistakes. If you do this on one or two assignments a semester, it won't really affect your grade negatively. But if you make it a habit, it will affect your grade negatively. So that was the classroom procedure. Now, what we did on the other day was we played grudge ball. So grudge ball is the review game that I had made up. So basically, everybody gets 8 points. The goal is to keep your points while erasing other teams' points. Every team will have a marker, dry erase board, and eraser. There are 3 rounds and a final question. Each team gets 1 question a round. The team that goes first each round is chosen at random. The time the team has to answer that question varies with the round. If the team gets the answer correct, the team will get a chance to shoot to erase points from other teams. If the team gets the answer wrong, they lose points, and every other team has 15 seconds to answer that question correctly, or they lose points as well. Every team will get 1 question per round, but will have to answer any questions any other team missed or are left over at the end of the round. So if a team answers their question correctly, a team member will get a chance to shoot to erase points. There are 3 lines on the floor which correspond to how many points they have to have a chance to erase, 1, 2, or 3. If that team member makes the shot, they get to erase that many points, 1, 2, or 3, from the scoreboard from whoever they choose. Points being erased can be divided between teams. The team has 15 seconds to shoot. There is a loss of point for no shot, so there is no penalty for missing. The same person cannot shoot until the ball shoot the ball until everyone from that team has also taken a shot. So at this time, I'll go ahead and give you the verbal code. The verbal code for this video is 309. I say that again, the verbal code is 309. So these are the rounds for grudge ball. So round 1 is 8 questions, 15 seconds per question. If you miss a question, you lose 1 point. The 3-point line is off limits. Round 2, you have 8 questions. You have 30 seconds per question. If you miss a question, now you lose 2 points, but the 3-point line is accessible. Now, round 3, 8 questions, 1 minute per question. If you miss a question, you lose points, and the 3-point line is still accessible. Now, all or nothing, right? That's the final question. That's 1 question. If you get this right, you keep all of your points. If you get it wrong, you lose all of your points. Now, this is the only time you can gain points in grudge ball. Now, if you're already out, so at any point you got out, if you're already out, you get the answer right, you get the chance to shoot from the 3-point line to gain 1/100th of a point back. So that is just a way that if a team is eliminated, they're not completely gone until the very end. So the winner of grudge ball is the team with the most points after all or nothing. Sometimes I'll give a little extra credit to the winning team. Now, I win if no teams remain. So everyone else receive the best prize of all, the satisfaction of learning a little more about the world around them. So on the very last day, what we did was we started the Gold Record Project. So that's the first week of class. So we answered the question, what is the gold record? All right, so this, once again, there is just too much unknown in the universe to take a break from learning. The theme of this class is to get out there and question everything.